presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Oh, look who we have. It's a beautiful day. Got our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We are taken by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7.5 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Always do your best. Take action on your ideas. Doing your best means to take action upon your ideas. You can have many ideas in your head, but guess what, folks? Without action upon that idea, there'll be no manifestation, no results, and no reward. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 29, NASDAQ up 41, S&P's up 26, gold contract up $11.50, trading $18.11 an ounce. Silver up 18 cents, $19.77 an ounce. Light sweet crude flat. $40.61 a barrel, notes and bonds. You get the 10-year note right now, trading down 4 ticks, 139.11. The 30-year off half a point, off 15 ticks at 179.24. And King Dollar. King Dollar's getting smoked, folks. Down 408, 95.937. The Euro's at 114. The yen is at 106.96, and the British pound is at 125 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. And the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You actually get a sideways move out here, folks. We get option expiration. You can expect some volatility coming into the close out here. Bottom line, you're up $1.33 in the SPY. You've done 39 million shares. Bottom line, we hit a higher high on Tuesday, and you get 87 million shares. So you get no juice in this market on the way up right now. NDX 100, same type of setup inside that NDX. NDX right now, trading out up 64 cents. Anemic volume, we got 27 million shares traded. We were going into that 54 million. So the bottom line is that you get higher prices. There's not enough buyers up here to drive this market higher. Notes and bonds. Bottom line, inside the note and bond market, they just continue to want higher price, lower yield. We take a look at the 10-year out here. What you're going to see, 10-year right now, you're at 139.11. We've been at the same place, by the way, folks, going all the way back to the 25th of March. Right now, you have the 10-year trading out at 0.62 of 1%, and that's why you have those 30-year mortgage rates basically averaging under 3%. Gold contract, bottom line wants to go for its all-time highs. What you have inside the gold contract out here, and this is great for a Friday, because Fridays they can smoke gold in a huge way. Gold last night went from $17.95, $18.11. You get 155,000 contracts traded. If we go into the silver market, you're going to see the same setup inside silver. Silver also wants higher price. Silver is trading at $17.95. Silver's making the gun here for 21. And the kicker in silver, folks, is this. This is the wild one. And silver, man, is so volatile, it's beyond belief, actually. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this in a continuous contract because you can see how this is set up. Because this is this is silver in a nutshell. The bottom line, you basically take out this $21.09. I suspect we're going to. And the next stop on silver, folks, after that gets you all the way up to $26 and then $35. You're talking about monster numbers. Once we actually get above this area, that's where the run took place in 2020. Well, the run started in 2008. It started at a price point of $8 and ran all the way up to $49, okay? That's the type of volatility that you can get inside of the silver market. We take a look at the XAU, the HUI. They're getting real juice out here today in a monster way. They're breaking topside. You get the XAU up $3.99. You're trading out at a price point of $139.91. Now, what happens inside of the XAU and the HUI, folks, you don't get the volume to 8 o'clock at night because it's a cumulative volume of all those equities that are in there. But the bottom line is that you broke the highs, so the real question is going to be what type of volume do we get in those, and do we have another ABC structure on the way up? We take a look at the Gold Bugs Index. Gold Bugs Index up $9.53. You're trading at $317. Now, the Gold Bugs Index has not broken the highs yet. The Gold Bugs Index is lagging the XAU. The XAU out here is the leader going into higher price. And, of course, we got to go to King Dollar because King Dollar, folks, is giving it up. King Dollar right now down 421 ticks. I suspect what we're going to see here on Monday, so it's going to be Sunday night. So what ends up happening here is this. Friday afternoons are really cool because what ends up happening is that when we close down, the gold pit goes down at 130. Realistically, dollar index still trading till 4 o'clock, but basically quiet. This starts up at 8:30 Sunday night. And 8:30 Sunday night, folks, you can expect some fireworks. Why? Because this dollar is going after its swing low. You're down 420 ticks. More than likely, it's going to jump the creek. What does jump the creek means? It means that it's going to gap lower. You have the euro right now. What's happening with the euro? Euro has gathered strength up here. Bottom line, it's at the top of its range. The euro is at 114.39, and the euro is 60% of the dollar index. The euro looks to me like it's going to go to 118. Let's go to Bob in Largo. Hey, Bob, what's going on?
Hey, buddy.
How you doing, man?
It's been a long time since I've talked with you. And I picked up some stock, or I've actually picked up a call on AZN.
AZN?
Yes.
AZN. Okay, so let's take a look at this. This is AstraZeneca. Okay, so the low is 36, the high is 60. That's at an all-time high today. Yo, this is pretty intense. Okay, so you got action here, man. Okay, so you got an ABC. Yeah, you got an ABC up, but it's a monster. Let's see, you get 57, 36, so you get $20, which gets you $70. So what call do you have?
I picked up the October 16th 75, and I picked it up yesterday for 75 cents. So it's at 180 already. So I've doubled up on that already. What I don't like today is the volume.
So what you have is this. I hear you loud and clear, but what you do have is that you're going to have an ABC up. All this needs is on a weekly basis, you're going to see what's happening here. You only need about 4 more million shares, which you could get into the close. You get an ABC up, man. You get an ABC up to $70, man. So The way you're going to deal with that, though, just so you understand, what's going to happen is that the decay will go big over this weekend, you know, on that. That's how this works. But you get action, man. Cooking, brother. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks. The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The Gold Report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, JDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 73, NASDAQ is up 32, S&Ps are up 23. We take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here. And Moderna, folks, okay, no doubt catching a bid. That's up at $10.97. That's all-time highs, 92.83. You get Bank of America down 66 cents. Let's see, Virgin Galactic's up another 260. That's been on a little run here. No two ways about that. You get Boeing down 290. Netflix, bottom line is Netflix came out with their numbers, and last night it was down $75 pre-market, but guess what? They only got it down $37, folks. That's not a big number on Netflix. Netflix had just gone in 3 months from a price point of $290 all the way up to $575, and you're laying out here at $489. Tesla, let's go take a look at a couple of Tesla. These big cats out here. So Tesla also holding price, 1506. We go to Amazon. We take a look at Amazon. Amazon's running out there at 29.78. And then Apple. We take a look at AAPL. Where is she? So Apple is laying out there at, 385. They're not cracking at all. That is a fact. We go take a look at this. This is an interesting story, folks. Okay, so what this is about the headline is about young people face a generation gap in giving. The U.S. blood supply has dropped critically low levels during the pandemic since March, when business and school closed due to COVID-19 outbreak. The thing, tens of thousands of blood drives have been canceled, and the American Red Cross officials don't expect to return to the normal for a year or more. The thing that's wild about this, folks, okay, this is like one of the biggest scams in the world. That's my take on it. And what it is this. And listen, I've given blood 1 million times, okay? I haven't done it in a while, but I always used to give blood because it's good, like it comes back immediately to you, right? But the thing that's really wild about the plasma business is that you give blood, they sell plasma for a fortune. And if you go into, now this is how this works. If you go, one of the biggest plasma companies in the world, if you go into any poor neighborhoods, what you're going to see is these monster buildings, okay, that basically buying blood. And they're buying blood for very inexpensive money, and then bottom line, they're pushing out at huge money. So I'm not feeling bad for them. That's the point of the story more than anything. Because guess what? They're going to have to start paying up for it. Because when you buy something at $30 and you're selling it for $180, $200, $300, a whole different ballgame. And they figured this deal out evidently a long time ago. that, okay, let's give blood. Okay, so the deal is inside hospitals. This works. I mean, if you have someone inside a hospital, you want to give the blood because then the blood goes right to whoever you're giving it to right then and there. Outside of that, though, guess what? There's an underlying deal that goes inside of that business that is just nasty. And those blood companies, by the way, the largest blood companies are all private. They'll never have to go public because they're printing money in such an extraordinary way. 877-927-6648. We get up and we take a look at a couple of these gold equities. Go to Inico Eagle first. What we have with Inico and Eagle, you've done 558,000 contract shares. You're pushing highs, and you know, you're going to need more volume, but the bottom line, you are pushing highs. We go into Newmont. We take a look at Newmont, and what's going to happen with the gold companies, folks, is that the gold companies, we get about 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks from now, it's approximately 2 weeks from now, what you're going to see is that's when they're all going to be coming out with their numbers. We'll see what kind of numbers they come out with. I suspect the numbers are going to be pretty good because of the fact that you've had both gold, silver. Now let's go over to the copper market, because you got to remember something. Inside of the metals market, the copper is just as important to these metals companies as gold and silver is. Why? Because it's an equivalent numerical number that happens. Meaning that if you're a gold company, the amount, copper is a byproduct of gold and silver. When they do that, they turn around and say, okay, listen, if we go back 3 months from ago, copper was only at $1.99 a pound. Well, it's just $2.90 a pound right now. And it looks to me like this copper market actually wants to go up to, it looks like $3.33. I put this back on a larger context. So I just put it back 15 years. It's 332. 332 we're aiming at. That's where this baby's going after. And you get that type of number, you're going to see these metal companies pushing out some very large numbers in the context of what they've been pushing out inside of the past. Platinum. Let's go take a look at the platinum market, PL1. Now, platinum, no doubt. PL8C, 1 second. Okay, so platinum right now trading at 851. This thing has been lagging gold forever, which is really unusual. That being said, finally catching a bid. We got this baby up 1460 right now. It's going to be going after the 931. Right now you're at 851. And, we'll see whether we can get any action inside of it. If I put this on a continuous contract, and we bring this back, what you're going to see inside this platinum market, okay, so it finally got in a higher range. So now game is for 1,035. And we'll see whether it can break the downtrend. Platinum has been in a downtrend, folks, since 2011. Pretty intense, actually, when you take a look at the aspect of it in correlation to the gold market, because platinum for years was always much stronger than the gold market. I mean, in a monster way, not in a small way, in a monster way. And that correlation, well, here, I'll put it up here. And I'm just curious as to how long ago it did change again, because I actually forgot. So let's see. I'm going to put it on 20-year. And then I'm going to compare the copper market to the gold market. And we're going to be able to see when this thing crossed. GC1. Update. Because this cross is like pretty wild. The last time outside of this, okay, so let's see. So the gold is the yellow line. The copper is the white line. I mean, the platinum's the white line. So we crossed. Look at that. Oh, my God. I can't even believe it. That's hard to comprehend. We crossed. Oh, that's a small one. Okay, the big cross came in 2015. So right now, for 5 years, we've had platinum underperforming gold in an incredible way. And if I bring this back even further, when you see that, I'm going to bring this back 50 years just to show you differential inside of this market. And, you know, bottom line, you can kind of take it where you want to take it. But it's platinum until 2005 always was worth much more than gold. So we'll see where it ends up going. But the bottom line is that that's right. And then the Cadillac converters, that palladium, you know, came off $200 and went to the moon. Yeah, and it makes a difference. There's no doubt. That being said, if you take palladium and you take gold and you take platinum, and I've had all three of them. I still have gold and platinum right now. Platinum is a whole different ballgame, folks. Okay, meaning I'd say it's much more precious than even gold.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN has developed a daily programming lineup for traders by traders. We start every trading day live at 8:30 a.m. with Tommy O'Brien hosting the morning market kickoff as he starts the day off by breaking down everything you need to know about what's going on for the trading day ahead. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento takes your calls and questions live on the air for the opening bell as he hosts Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom and Tommy O'Brien host the Bull Bear Trading Hour. At 11 a.m., it's Kevin Hinks and Alex Coffey from TD Ameritrade Network with Fast Market. Basil Chapman at noon with the Tiger Technicians Hour. Steve Rhodes hosts the Trader's Edge at 1 p.m. Dave White with the Power Trading Hour at 2 p.m. And Tom O'Brien closes out the day for the final hour of trading live from 3 till 4. Don't miss a second of our daily programming lineup. Tune in to Tiger TV every trading day live at TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is down 37, Nasdaq up 46, S&Ps are up 27. Let's go to John in Orlando. Hey, John, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Good. Hey, before you look at the stock, I can't get my head wrapped around inflation and what does it do to the stock market? Because I'm reading the Fed is going to change their policy.
Well, I don't know if they changed their policy. I mean, the Fed's been quite clear what they're doing. They're going to keep their rates low. You know, the inflation would have to do with the amount of money that's put in the marketplace, and that what ends up happening is people are actually raising their prices and they're selling product as they raise their prices. And that's happening in the food business, that's for sure. You know, so we'll see if inflation comes across. My take is the way that the market is moving. That's what we're looking at right now.
What I'm saying is, what does it do to the stocks if inflation hits in?
The stocks will go a lot higher.
Oh, okay.
Because what happens? Go look at the Zimbabwe market. Next week, I'll bring up the Zimbabwe market. And I'll bring up inflation markets. When you bring up inflation markets, folks, what ends up happening is that prices go up. It doesn't mean that you can buy more with it, but it means that your numerical value goes up, and you can't buy more with it. But numerically, it does go up dramatically.
Okay. They're collecting more money, the companies, you're saying?
No, they don't make more money, but we'll pay more money for it because our dollars are worth less money, so you're going to pay more dollars for the same hard asset value.
I see. Okay. Can you look at Moderna for me, please?
So what are we doing with this?
I bought the options on the July 31st.
So you get action out here today. I mean, the bottom line is that it depends what strike price you get. You know, it's just overtook the high at $87, and you get volume behind the move. So, this has no doubt been a rocket ship. You know, the biotech market, if they are one of the first ones that come out with the vaccine, guess what? You can go to the moon, no doubt.
Okay, good.
Cooking, brother.
Thank you.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White, as we do each and every Friday, folks, at 30 past the hour. And don't forget, folks, Dave has an outstanding show here every trading day, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Also has some great newsletters, The Path of Least Resistance, as well as the Tech Insider. Very easy to get his newsletters. Come over to our website at TFNN. You go to newsletters, you'll see The Path of Least Resistance. You just hit view, then you hit subscribe. You can get The Path for $119 for 1 month. You can get it for 6 months for $559, which is a savings of $155, or 21% off. You can get it for a year for $985, which is a savings of $443, or a savings of 31% off. And they all, folks, come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Dave White, what's going on?
Well, finally getting some computer parts. I've just before the show, Amazon popped up and said, "Hey, all that stuff you were waiting for finally showed up from China."
Good.
So maybe a few of those things are starting to come through. So I'm happy about that. But all the people buying computers to work from home, a few of the things that I had real problems getting, like computer cases.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were all wrapped up about tariffs and steel. Of course, all those cases are in steel.
Okay.
But, so some of that stuff is actually kind of interesting because when I clicked on it and bought it, I think there were like 50. I checked it out just before the show, and there's like 2 left now. So they look like they're going pretty quick. I wanted to talk a little bit about freedom of speech and the internet, and we've got the big guys going in front of Congress in late August on the 230 deal that gives them the right not to be sued for anything, basically, for the big guys like Facebook and Google and the rest. But some enterprising lawyers, I think, have found a way in to at least have some way to put pressure on the other side of some of these big BMOS. And their terms, every time you go on a site, it'll say something about your terms of service. And then you'll get an email that we're updating our terms of service. And for an end user, you really don't think about it too much. But a lot of the creators who just have their total livelihood erased in a microsecond because Facebook doesn't like something they said, or someone else says that they said something that maybe they did or didn't say, and then suddenly they're no longer on YouTube or no longer on Facebook or that kind of stuff. And these people literally have no ability to sue these folks or go in. In legal terms, it's called tortious interference, the ability to actually make some cash. But an interesting legal theory is being tested this week, and it looks like it's made it through the hurdle. And that is, since you can't do a class action lawsuit against anybody like a Google or a Facebook, which is one of the reasons why these things have gone to the moon, you really just can't sue them.
Well,
for most things.
well, I guess hold it. We got to explain to the folks what has happened here is that everything is an opt-in. People say, "I want this," right? So when they're saying that I want this, what has happened, folks, over the course of the last 50 years, is that everyone puts arbitration clauses inside of contracts, and if you sign the arbitration clause, the bottom line is you're in an arbitration clause. And the social media place, what blows my mind actually is that, so picture, like when we were kids, Dave, right? I mean, 1984, the book 1984, you're always thinking about, hey, the government's going to follow you, the big brother and all this. Well, what ended up happening, folks, is just the opposite. It wasn't actually the big brother, and everyone opted in to be followed. It's like so weird, man. It's amazing. But that's what they did, right?
Right. Now, the interesting turn is a lawyer had an interesting idea, and that was that this comedian was on YouTube and getting people to help fund him to the tune of about $4,000 a month. So he's making what could be a decent living depending on where he's at in the country. And they, for some reason that they would never state, just canceled his channel and everything. So he decided to try to sue him, and they wouldn't let him sue him. His attorney decided to go a different route, and that is all the people that were funding him through Patreon could file a lawsuit. And, of course, they can't do a class action lawsuit. Each one of them has to do a arbitrage solution. So he's got a couple of thousand people that are going to go to arbitrage against Patreon. Well, the way that California law works is if you do one of these terms of service things that force everybody into arbitration, you're the company, you got to pay. So each one of these 2,000 people is going to cost them up to $10,000. Yeah. To defend.
Right.
So before it was one guy, you had to defeat him. Now it looks like, and some of the stuff that came out this week certainly looks like this is going to trial. You could just have enough of your own people all cite an issue, go to arbitration, and bankrupt just about anybody.
Well,
it is more than halfway across the gold.
Yeah, stay right there. Dave and I are coming right back. We have the Dow down 26, NASDAQ up 52, S&P's up 28. We'll come right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors. If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is down 30, Nasdaq's up 47, S&P's are up 27. We're talking with our man, Mr. Dave White. And what are we talking now, Dave?
Sirius XM. We talked, a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, about Spotify buying Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yes.
And I kind of just go back and always think that anytime you change your business model or your business plan, there's probably a bigger problem, and they don't tend to work out well. Sirius, of course, was the one we were talking about that had bought, what's the guy from New York City?
Howard Stern.
Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Right. So now they're buying Stitcher, which has, a couple hundred podcasts on its site. But all these guys that thought they were ever going to make money actually playing music, I think it's just, am I wrong? Is this not a tacit admittance that you can't make money streaming music? They're getting into the podcast business. If the music business was so good, would these guys even be looking at the podcast business? Is my point. But
no, I think you're right. And what happens, this is what's, this is kind of cool about public companies too. The bottom line, folks, is that what ends up happening is that they could start at one deal. I mean, you got to remember something, that they have a piece of paper that's currency, right? They send it out to the marketplace. They can get more money. So they'll morph into something else, right? There's no doubt. I mean, that's we're morphing. If we ever told some 16-year-old right now that we only had 3 stations when we were growing up, that you could watch TV and it would start at 7 o'clock in the morning, and the American flag would be up there and the Star Spangled Banner would start at 7 o'clock in the morning, and you just get this. I mean, they look at you like, what are you, freaking crazy, man?
Well, I think they'd even go a little bit more nuts if there wasn't even a flag on there and there was just snow.
Yeah, exactly. So that's right. It starts with snow, and then the flag comes up, and then it's the Star Spangled Banner, America the Beautiful, and we're off to the races, and the Three Stooges start.
Anyway, I don't see this starting. I still think that all these companies are doomed, but it's probably it's like Radio Shack and Kmart. These things can hang on for 8 years as they find new ways to raise cash and do stuff. But
what does happen is this: what I think you're seeing is that their expense ratio is not a lot because it's a server business, and the server business upside down. So that's where they have a little edge. Do you know what I mean? They got to pay for this, but servers, computers, you don't need people. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a people-intense business. It's a server-intense business. What I can't figure out is that how YouTube actually does it. I guess there's so many ads and they make so much money. Because picture, when we first started, right, this number, we were one of the first streamers. When Broadcast.com went public, folks, we were in it. It was me, it was TFNN, Microsoft, and Intel. And I was paying $5,000 a month to stream. This is in 1998, I think they went public. And we had all of 50 listeners on the stream. 50! But I knew that's where the business was going, so I was there. But guess what? Now, do you know how many videos we have on YouTube right now, folks? We have 22,000 shows on YouTube, and I can't even. That doesn't cost us anything. So that's the stage we're in. You know.
Well, I did see some numbers from YouTube and Google, and it basically costs them about 0.5 cent for 1 hour.
Does it? That's it. Oh my God.
That's it. I mean, it's next to nothing. And I don't know if you put in the overhead for the.
I got to do this number because the 5,000 that's when I only did a show. I did it 2 hours a day. What is this? Hold it 1 second. This is a sick number. Go ahead, keep going. I got to do this number.
I was going to say, I know that if I get a virtual private network, I can get something like 100 gigabytes for $5 a month. So that gives you kind of an idea.
It was costing me 63 cents a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. And now, like I said, $5 a month, I can get 100 gigabytes, which would be, I don't know, about 20 movies.
Yep. Pretty wild.
22-hour movies. So, yeah, it is. But I don't know if anything's changed lately. They haven't really been talking about them, I think, in the media much anymore. You don't hear much about audio streaming, but I thought it was interesting. Now, here's the one I wanted to get to before we got to the end of the day, and that is that TikTok. Couple of questions that we never really answered, I guess, in the last time we talked about it, is why it's so popular.
Yeah.
Whether or not this thing's as bad as everybody says. Well, a couple of people about 3 weeks ago, and I waited until some people duplicated it to bring this up, but several engineers went and de-engineered line by line the code to look and see actually what's in TikTok. And it literally will go through everything, your apps, your emails, your address books, your which apps you have on it.
Can you put that back up, Al? Thank you. Go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
And everything from the networks you used, anywhere you're at, any kind of Wi-Fi service, literally everything you do on your phone is sent back to the servers in China. So if there's any question about whether or not this thing is anything, this is the quote from the guy that did it. TikTok is a thinly veiled data collection network disguised as a social network.
Right.
But I thought, okay, now why is...
And people love it, man. This is intense.
Well,
yeah.
I couldn't figure it out. But he dug a little bit farther into it. The system is set up to entice new users by promoting posts and showing lots of engagement. Basically, they have lots of bots and people that will act like they're people that watching whatever you're doing and encourage you to do a lot more.
Right.
So what they're doing is they've got all these phony people responding to all these kids putting their videos on, and everybody go, "Oh, that was so cool! That's
They're so
nice."
Excited. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And they do it for a while, and then what they kind of do is it's more of a slot machine where sometimes they'll do it, sometimes they don't, and more like gambling, to sit there and play with the emotions of the kids that are using this.
Yeah.
So that they're always, he says, most users end up chasing the dragon of being popular, and when absolutely nobody's actually even using or watching what they're doing at all. But
what a trip that is, right? And folks, if you have young kids, and I don't know what young means anymore, meaning that, but I can tell you, we got a 16-year-old, and TikTok, and all the friends that everyone's on TikTok, man. I mean, TikTok is the deal, and in a monster way too. So that's so intriguing, man. Yeah, wow.
But apparently, some people are very popular on it, but for the most part, no one, whatever they do on there doesn't happen. But they make them think that people are all watching their videos, and that's why the kids kind of gravitate toward them. Even the people that no one would watch, they get a little positive reinforcement. But kind of insidious.
Hey, what do you think happened with Amazon come out, said to everyone, you got to get it off. And the next day they says, oh, no, we didn't mean it. What do you think happened there, man? That's kind of weird, right?
Get what off? Oh, you mean TikTok?
Yeah.
I think that China probably threatened them.
Yeah,
I mean,
something happened, man, because what happened last week, folks, is that Amazon sent an email out, said get TikTok off anything that has to do with Amazon email. And then the next day they say, no, it's a mistake. Amazon, they don't make mistakes like that, folks. Yeah.
No, China, literally, if you say anything like that, they'll, what's in the movie, what you write about them.
Squeeze it. Yeah. Stay right there, folks. Dave and I come right back. Dow's down 50, Nasdaq's up 34, S&P's are up 24. We'll come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archived workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Bam!
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow down 54, NASDAQ up 24, S&P's up 22. And you got an option expiration, Dave. Not a lot of action. We have a kind of tight trading range, actually.
Yeah, we should have gotten up to about 32, 38. We never made it there. The volume's nothing. And this looks to me like we were waiting for earnings next week.
Yeah, and there's no doubt we're right in the middle of the earnings in a huge way. There's no two ways about that. And next week is that you got all those NDX 100 stocks. So we'll see where they can shake and bake, man. Pretty wild.
Yeah, it's probably going to be, heaven and hell, depending on who actually goes out. We got a few airlines, which I figure they're going to have to say, how much money they're burning. So maybe that'll take a little of the froth out of some of those that move $4 or $5 a day. But you have to wonder it. I wanted to get into this last one because someone asked on Twitter because of the high-profile hacks this week, and especially since you've got kind of one of the devices, the early versions of it, but why some people got hacked and some didn't. Google has a thing, and several other people do, that have keys that you plug into your USB keys that you actually plug into your machine. You have one that's really kind of the same thing where it takes your fingerprint.
Right.
For, what is that? For Bloomberg.
Yes.
But that's basically what you have to do right now. They've figured out ways around getting just approval through your phone. People have been able to hack. So the high-profile folks right now, I think you pretty much have to go to some of the key-based stuff that Google has, others have now, if you're really at that high level where people are going to spend a lot of effort hacking your system. You're going to have some kind of local key, and Google makes a bunch of them, and they've had them out for about.
Really? That's pretty cool to know, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man, thanks for the education, Dave. You have a great weekend, safe weekend. We look forward to the show next week.
You bet.
Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside you, folks. You might as well have a blast with it. Go get it.